Update. I woke up this morning, 6 o'clock. Plastic surgery team came in, took off the dressings and the wound pump, the wound vac from my wound. I got staples from elbow to butthole. Anyway, I'm just kidding, but it's a long line of staples. Anyway, I'm laying in dialysis. The plan is to go home tomorrow. Felt pretty good. I actually, instead of in the bed, rode a wheelchair over to dialysis this morning. Have gotten up a couple times during the night and walked around. Had a little accident in the bed, My colon had worked in 3 years, so it worked overtime last night. Boy, Denise Jones, she likes playing in poop. Anyway, before I end this thing, I wanted to holler at my European conglomerates, Contract Pro Wrestling and Fight Back Wrestling, in Contract Pro Wrestling in Billington, England, and Contract and Fight Back Pro Wrestling in Frankfurt, Germany. I want to sincerely thank you guys for the donations you guys have made to my medical fund. It was really helpful, and I really appreciate it, and I'm really grateful. Thank you guys. Hope to see you guys soon. Peace out. So I'm not going to bother about turning this cell phone sideways. I'm just going to do this video like this because I got a few private messages about my early video when I said the thing about the granny panties and the lingerie stuff, and let me just say this real quick. If you look at business, professional wrestling, or just the toy business or whatever, everything is retroactive. And when I say everything is retroactive, everything old becomes new again, only with a little twist. You understand? Somebody said, why would you remake The Lion King? Or why would you remake some of the older movies? Because they're old. Why would you remake them? Or you look at a movie that has a different title, but the same storyline as an older movie. Why would you do that? Why would Disney World change? Why is Mickey Mouse different today than he was years ago? It's because there are new kids. This is a new generation. Those things that worked in the past will work now in the future with a little twist. There's Goodyear tires. There's Firestone tires. In either case, they're all tires, right? Old becomes new with a little twist. Think about that. Does it make sense? Of course it does. They used to send rockets to the moon. Guess what? They send vehicles into space all the time. Long time ago, when they sent rockets leaving the Earth, they were afraid. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, when you send a rocket into space, it just made it off the launch pad before it exploded. And then as time went on, the rockets got better. And as time went on, the rockets got so good that they put men inside of them. And as time went on, they created what they call a space shuttle that can go into space and hook up to a space station. And we could put people in space for months at a time. So old always becomes new, except with a little twist. Professional wrestling is new, except with a little twist. Instead of having your giant monsters like dinosaurs, we have your small dinosaurs We have horses. We have giraffes. We have zebras. You know, old becomes new with a little twist. Everything can be repeated. Trust me, everything. Even human beings. There is such a thing as artificial intelligence.
Sir Mo, a former WWE Tag Team Champion, according to the reports coming out, they're saying that he has died. Gerald Horne, known as Sir Mo's brother, came out and told TMZ that the wrestling star died on Sunday night at a Texas hospital. Sir Mo, whose real name is Bobby Horne, had been battling kidney issues. There were a couple of photos he posted on his official IG, and it looked like he had, an intestinal surgery and stuff like that. So he had been battling kidney issues for a long time, which led him to being hospitalized for the past couple of months. According to the reports, they're saying that Sir Mo's condition worsened and it declined after he was diagnosed with pneumonia and a blood infection while in the hospital. Horne suffered from pneumonia and was in the ICU for the past month while also battling the blood infection. The head wrestler Lani Kay came out and confirmed the reports on his Facebook. And of course, he confirmed also the passing. He said that it breaks my heart to hear that Bobby Horne, actually better known to wrestling fans as Sir Mo of Men on a Mission, had passed away. I first met Bobby when we were both traveling with the WWF in the mid-90s, and he was always kind to me, always smiling, joking around and treating everyone with respect. When we were new or didn't quite fit in yet, Bobby had a way of making you feel welcome. That meant a lot back then, especially on those long road trips when being part of the locker room family mattered most. Horne spent 8 weeks in the hospital, like I've told you, battling a severe blood infection and pneumonia before his passing, and his wife Denise was by his side throughout, sharing updates as the wrestler received round-the-clock care. Sir Mo began his pro wrestling career. I was looking through part of his biography. They say he began his career in 1991 until 2 years later he signed with the WWE alongside his tag team partner Nelson Fraser, and the duo became known as Men on a Mission, winning the WWE tag team title in 1994. We are sending our deepest condolences to the whole family, friends, the fans, and everyone who knew and loved the legend. Rest in power.